started. Still says it's waiting on YouTube. Oh, looks like it's starting.
Do you hear any Discord audio?
It's still latency still kicking in. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I hear myself.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't hear you though.
Most interesting. My mic audio level is moving.
Hang on.
Hmm.
Okay, I hear you now, I think.
Okay, I've done
Yeah.
nothing.
Might have just been the stream finishing its working itself out.
It's voodoo.
But whatever. Yeah.
Do you hear yourself twice? Oh no, I think I've got it muted.
I didn't hear myself twice. No.
Okay. Yeah, so desktop audio is muted, so you shouldn't hear yourself twice. Excellent. Mate, that still smoother than previous attempts. We're getting better.
It's always smooth. What do you mean? Third time's the charm.
Okay, it's picking up a bit of my aircon. Can you hear the aircon, or is it sweet?
Like, I can hear it, but I think at this point, eh.
I'll turn it on. There we go.
Ooh. Smooth.
So
But yeah, I understand if you want to leave it on though, because I'm sweating my nuts off.
I might turn it on later if it gets sweaty. So drop frames is 0. I'm getting 12.3 megabits up.
Okay.
Do you see any?
I did. One thing I did do as well is I changed for low to low.
Okay.
So that I heard that ultra low can introduce a lot more problems compared to low. I figured I'd change it over just to make sure that that is on our side as well. So it should be like negligible difference for us because like what we don't need ultra low. There's no one to talk to anyway. But it'll also let us see if everything on stream works out good now. Then we just know that we basically can't use ultra low latency.
You don't see any freezing currently?
Nothing yet. Like the letters that are bouncing look like they're bouncing to me.
Nice, nice. Okay, well, hopefully just changing it to low has kind of fixed that. I guess we can start there.
Oh, I reckon we'll find out soon.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, was there anything that you wanted to play, or what should we do?
Just trying to.
I mean, we really probably should start working out if we have a format for this, or are we really just gonna log on and do like random shit? It might be
Ooh.
worth considering whether format is needed, I guess.
Let's ask the chat. What do you think, chat? What would you like to see? Fuck. All right. Oh, our first negative review. That's it. I'm packing it in. I'm done.
Yeah. My poor fragile ego has been damaged.
The chat's not coming up in OBS for me this time. That's a bit rude.
Weird. Maybe it's something we have to
Yeah,
You're still not logged in, right? You've just been copying stream key
well, I had to log in to after I
to
copied.
do this one.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
but I logged in using mine because obviously I don't have a login for Capsized Bacon.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm. I mean, it should work. We'll see what happens next stream. Maybe it will be could just be that this particular one starting up was what caused the issue. Fuck, a lot of problems for us to deal with. Fuck yeah. Oh, I guess we should also mention on the stream that Bunnypod is not here.
Typical.
Bunnypod is currently
Getting married.
engaged, being engaged. uh, I guess nobody will get the joke. He's not really getting married, but he attends an amazing amount of weddings for one human being.
Mm.
So one of them is bound to be his eventually.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, really, at this point.
Yeah. One day he'll get her. He'll be the guy banging on the window saying, what is it? The priest will say something like, if you don't think they should do it, say I. And he'll be in the back going,
I love her. Classic bunny pod. Getting
Such a
himself into
bunny
such
pod thing to do.
situations.
Always trying to steal wives.
Well, as for which games to play, mate, there's only the two of us. So,
Oh, was there anything you felt like playing already? So I thought we still have, even if we don't talk things like fucking Breakpoint or Finals or something, we could play Dead Space, Viewfinder, like all those other random games that we've left behind.
I did forget Viewfinder existed. Did that video do any good?
Let me double check. I mean, obviously, none of our stuff really does good, but
24 views. Hey, that's not bad.
hey, it hit double digits, which that's huge. And especially when the thumbnail is so obscure that no one would understand it unless they clicked on the video and then went to that timestamp.
Yeah. Well, it's single player, so unless you wanted to watch a very delayed version, we'd have to get Parsec spun up. Oh, my frames have
It
dropped.
might be worth a shot to see if, because
Yeah.
last time I tried running Parsec, but you have significantly more bandwidth than I do, so maybe it'll work out better. I wonder how big the delay would be from stream. Maybe I could watch it on stream if it lags too much.
I did drop a few frames just recently. So I guess it's just going to be dependent on how good a connection I have currently. Um, right, I'll close the stream and just rely on you.
Close stream.
Hmm.
Oh, you mean like you're not monitoring it? Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant you were just gonna end the stream.
All right, thanks for coming.
We just got here.
I'm just checking my connection, so it may be less than ideal for the next minute or so.
Yeah, it's still on the stream starting page. That's what it's there for. So that even if it looks like crap, nobody will really pay it any attention. Maybe we should do a news segment for these too. It's the news.
The news. What kind of news?
Uh,
What have you
whatever
heard
will get us
recently?
the news. Oh, the only thing I think recently, friggin' the YouTubers leaving. Have you been seeing all the relatively large YouTubers that have, for whatever reason, all decided that this is the month to quit? Or, like, move on, I guess.
No, I haven't.
No?
Anyone I'd know?
Tom Scott?
Ah. Although I haven't watched any of his videos in a long time.
Yeah, he... maybe like a few months ago, he announced that he was getting ready to wrap up doing normal videos.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 weeks ago now was when he did his final video, and yeah, he literally rode off in a helicopter at the end. Yeah, him, Matt Pat from Game Theory.
I don't know who that is.
There's a couple of other ones that I don't know. You don't know Game Theory? Huh?
Maybe that's why I'm bad at games, mate. I don't study.
Maybe. No theory. Yeah, I don't know. It was at the very least there was enough people leaving that it became notable that there were a number of like enough. God, because I think altogether I maybe knew 3 or 4 of them like myself already, but there was a couple more.
Let's see if Google can provide the
Uh,
answer I need. Oh, Mr. Beast's commenting on it. Can't wait to read that article.
Mr. Beast said, "Wow, that's interesting." Wow.
This is actually my next stunt. The first one to leave the biggest hole gets $100,000. Well, the YouTube CEO also is either leaving or has left this year.
Which one's that?
Susan Wojcicki.
Oh, it is. I knew they changed to a woman, but I didn't know her name. Wasn't she new?
Don't know.
CEO YouTube. Oh, yeah. CEO from 2014 to 2023. Oh.
Replaced by Neil Mohan.
Oh, I guess everyone's moving on.
YouTube last year, YouTube generated $29.2 billion in ad sales. Not my ads. Ad blockers. Yeah, so far no list of YouTubers. It just makes more room for us, mate.
Oh, Seth Everman? Surely you
know
knew Seth Everman.
No.
No? Fuck. I forget how vast the YouTube space can be. Captain Sparkles. I think he was an FPS YouTuber. I never watched him before though.
Familiar, because of his name. I don't know what he does. ChatGPT gave me
Minecraft videos.
Okay.
4.
Tom Scott, Joel Haver, Mick Kenyon, Matthew Patrick, Robert. That's all I've got. Do we know why they're leaving? Is it just that time of YouTube's life that people are about to move on to, I don't know, more
I
personal
believe
things?
so. I guess they'll all have their own reasons. Tom Scott's one was, I think, that he was burned out, or like he had been consistently uploading and making YouTube videos for some crazy amount of years, maybe like a decade, and he just wanted to move on to something else. Matt Pat from Game Theory was a similar, but I think, God, what did he say? They all made videos about why they're going.
Mm.
But I think for most of them, it is a matter of we've been doing this for so long, and YouTube has changed so much that they're either burned out or just over it, or they don't want to stay long enough to hate it.
Yeah. It says he wants to spend more time with his family.
I'm gonna guess most of them would have that, or like have time away from this, because YouTube does seem like the kind of job that once you start, you're just always on, or you always have to be online, or like on some kind of social platform to stay relevant.
To stay relevant, yeah. Interesting.
And here we are fucking up live streams.
Got to start somewhere, mate.
Uh,
Maybe in 10 years we'll have it figured out.
Like, admittedly, when I saw everything happening, I did have a moment of being like, this is a pretty good point. Like, I'm glad that we don't have to do this financially. Like, if we're not dependent on the success or the continuation of whatever the hell we're doing here.
Yeah,
Because that would suck, man.
It's a hobby, not a like business choice, I guess. Like
Yeah.
a career choice.
Granted, if we do ever get big, then
No, I mean, I could be
can I say
convinced.
if there's money coming in. Well, I wonder if that's part of it though. Like with all the changes that happen with how ad revenue and stuff works on YouTube. How the algorithm works on YouTube has changed a lot as well. How shorts are becoming more necessary compared to what they used to be before. And a lot of people have never liked that, especially the OG creators, where they're like, I can make shorts, but it never translates well to people who will enjoy the long form stuff.
What other news you got, mate? You seem to be your fingers are on the pulse of technology.
It's only been like 2 weeks ago that this happened. I don't know what else happens in the world. I just watch YouTube. Bunnypod's getting married today again.
Yeah,
He's probably at his reception by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Hopefully his we're not screwing him by letting his previous wives know that he's now getting married to another woman at a new wedding.
Yeah, I doubt they're watching. just looking at the numbers.
Unless I'm the wife. God, is there even anything else going on? Most everything is still the same shit.
Yeah. Don't even know if I can anything related to like Australian tech news.
I'm not even sure that there's much going on in Australian tech. If there is, it's very low key. At least to the point that it never reached my attention.
I guess also
like the NBN.
The the platforms we use are like American centric.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I mean, what is Australian tech really? Is there any big ones?
Atlassian's Australian, isn't it?
Really? I thought they were American too. Atlassian.
It's an Australian software company. It's domiciled in Delaware. What a choice of word right there. With global headquarters in Sydney and US headquarters in
Oh,
San
that's
Francisco.
expected.
Yeah, but they're traded on the NASDAQ, which I believe is Australian?
Nasdaq is American.
Oh, standard. 14,000.
I guess how about like news wise? I think we'd only have to think of things that we actually are interested in because I don't see myself finding stories that I'm not personally invested in and trying to make it sound like I am. But yeah, Aussie tech would be interesting if I fucking knew anything about it.
um, yeah, I often find like watching YouTube videos. I'm like, it'd be good if there was like an Australian counterpart to this YouTube channel. Like, there's a guy I watch. He goes around. He's a geologist. He goes around America explaining
Mm.
like the geologic history of certain parts of America. I thought it'd be good if that, like, there are Australian YouTubers that do like geography, but there's one that's, I guess, getting popular, but it's not on the ground geology. It's like looking at Google Maps or with like B-roll
Oh,
from just
okay.
random footage. It's the
So not directly on scene.
yeah, the guy I watch, he actually goes there and draws like little pictures on a whiteboard and on where
Ah,
the geology is. I think that's quite interesting. And he gets his drone up and shows you this aerial view with like, and he draws on the screen what's happening. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I find
no.
geology kind of interesting.
Maybe you could do it.
Fuck no.
Start making videos where you go out and
Just
like,
throw a camera up in
check
the air.
check out this dirt.
Because I've like going out bush in New South Wales, out in the forest. There's some interesting rock formations out there, like big hills that are just layers of basalt, like lava flow. Um, but there's one part that sticks out to me. It's like a giant staircase up this hill, up this mountain, but it's just where the basalts are eroded away in layers, and it's like
Hmm.
steps up to the top of the mountain. Thought that was pretty cool. Just stepping up into this old fucking lava flow. It's quite cool. Don't know anything about it, but
Wait, was that like you personally went to New South Wales, or do you mean you saw someone else do it?
I used to live there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's well, Tweed um is in the center of, I think there's a whole shield volcano, like ancient shield volcano in that area.
yeah, that would make sense. Tweed is pretty
Mm.
like not close to the city at all.
I think it's
It would have
called
been.
Tweed volcano actually. Yeah, some of the rock formations you get there. Like, what is it, Mount Warning?
Hmm.
It's a it used to be a popular trek. You could walk to the top of Mount Warning. Um, I think that used to be it's a volcanic plug, like it's an old uh, tube or something that that lava used to flow through, and obviously as it cooled down, it's harder than the surrounding rock, so the surrounding rock weathered away, and you're just left with this giant stick of lava sticking into the sky.
Mount Warning.
Yeah,
I've never
Mount
heard of it.
Warning,
I've not really.
or it's Wollumbin, which is its Aboriginal name. I've been up it once. Goddamn, what a trek! I think people aren't supposed to walk up it anymore because the local Aboriginal people
That
don't
man.
want them. It's like sacred to them or
Yeah.
something. I'm not sure. I guess it's a similar story to Uluru.
Hmm.
Um,
Mount Warning. Nice.
Yeah. That whole forest is just full of like lava cliffs and eroded caldera. It's quite cool. Quite an interesting thing.
It'll be unfortunate if no one can go up anymore. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like since 2 years ago. Is it only recent?
I think
Local
so.
traffic only.
I went probably 10 years ago, walked up it.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, that's interesting. Maybe I'll be the next big geology YouTuber, mate. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
here's some cool photos I took.
Look at this rock. Isn't it fucking sick?
It's so black. Look at these shiny bits in it.
This
They've
one's
got a name.
shiny.
They've got a name.
This one's a little purple.
You know what that means? Because I
I
don't.
found this in this place. Where am I? Not sure.
Here's the GPS coordinates. Put a pin on Google Maps. That's the interactive part. It's like, cool. That and archaeology is quite interesting to me as well. Mostly like and abandoned buildings. Oh, so good.
You're studying IT.
I do like programming and playing with tech, so maybe somehow if I could like build an AI that would look at a rock and tell me its entire history. There we go. I'd make hundreds of dollars.
Marry up your interests and make something where people are like, it's cool, but why?
Yeah. Like those fucking
why
crab
though?
robots with cameras on them. That's cool, but why? Well, as for games, mate.
Yeah.
There's the classic PUBG. We could do duos in that. We could do Viewfinder, but we'd have to get Parsec running. Did you figure out what the delay was on the stream? If it's any more than like 2 or 3 seconds, it's probably too long.
All right, wait. I'm gonna wait till I hear you say that.
Penis.
You just said it as soon as I got to the end of my sentence. I heard you get to the end of what you were saying. So the delay is probably like a second or two?
Is that going to throw you off watching it?
Actually, you know what? I checked it again to see if it was any different. It is sporadic. So
That's interesting.
like it seemed like it was a little bit more behind than before. All right, wait. Say something and I'll try it one more time just to see.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Penis.
You just said 3 now and penis.
Okay. Were you counting?
Only in my heart, and it felt like kind of long. Up to you. Do you want to see how it would go with Parsec, or do you want to play PUBG? Or I guess any other co-op game we might have.
I'm just watching the signal strength on OBS. It is fluctuating between green and red.
Well, that might explain why the first time I checked the latency, it seemed pretty quick, but then after that it wasn't. But the picture, like the video, doesn't indicate that it's getting any worse.
Well, I might do a sneaky internet restart, mate, before we do anything.
Okay.
Did you want
Guess
to take over streaming for a second?
wait, just restart it because I want to see what will happen to the stream if you disconnect randomly and come back.
All right. It'll take probably a minute and a half to reconnect. The router's slow as shit.